Hola, bienvenidos a todos a mi canal Spanish Blueprints. My name is Joshua and this channel is dedicated to guiding you during your Spanish language journey. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 different Spanish study resources that you can start incorporating into your study session starting today. And my desire for you is that you have various Spanish resources that you can use to start creating and start thinking about different study methods that you can use for your study sessions. Now, the first resource is Spanish Dict. Now, everybody needs a Spanish dictionary. And basically, you just type in whichever word that you would like to translate. And once you do that, you're going to get the Spanish word, you get the English word, and then you also have different examples of that specific word. It will give you the pronunciation of the word right under the Spanish word. And then it has an audio of that specific word, of someone saying that word. Now, Spanish Dict also serves as a conjugator. So if you put the verb gustar in, for example, you're going to have a whole list of the different verb conjugations in Spanish for that one specific verb. And then like the same thing, you're going to be able to see different examples, and then you also be able to have the pronunciation in audio form for each of the conjugations as well. And it gives you a lot of lessons as well. So there's grammar lessons, there's different lessons on specific topics within Spanish as well. So I just saw one today that was like por versus para. So it's almost like in the article format. So you have the explanation of the difference between por y para, and then it'll go through different examples of each of those words there. So you can also find vocabulary lists within Spanish Dict as well. So it can be on various topics, and then you just have like a preset list of vocab that you can study. Now, the second Spanish resource is Netflix. So if you haven't heard yet, Netflix is a streaming service that provides a lot of different TV shows and movies, documentaries, etc. So you can watch it on like a PlayStation, on an Xbox, on your smart TV, on your phone, on your computer. So it's very flexible in regards to where you can use it to study. And then there's a lot of different Spanish TV shows and Spanish movies. So one that I can think of right now is La Casa de Papel, Money Heist. So, everybody's been talking about this TV show. So this is like a great way to immerse yourself because it has a lot of Spanish speakers, specifically from Spain. One thing that's really amazing that you can do in Netflix is put on subtitles. So not only are you increasing your listening comprehension, you can be increasing your reading comprehension as well, being able to put together the different sentences in Spanish and starting to learn specific grammar structures just by watching a TV show, watching a movie. And also you can be able to connect with a lot of different native Spanish speakers as well, because it's not just you as a Spanish learner that's, watching this TV show, there's people from all over the world watching it. So you'll be able to connect with Spanish speakers, more on a personal level when you start to talk about their interests and different genres of movies and talk about TV shows, what they like, what they don't like, and starting to develop more of that vocabulary using Netflix. Now, the third resource is YouTube. So I'm pretty sure that you have already noticed that this is an extremely important resource because right now you're using it, watching this video, and I'm sure you have watched many other videos to learn Spanish as well. And I think that is extremely important because there are a variety of different content creators, YouTubers that are teaching Spanish. So for example, you have ones like Spanish Butterfly, and what she does, she has more of a classroom setting when she's teaching Spanish to her audience on YouTube, and she uses a whiteboard to have her lessons. So you have, someone like that versus another YouTuber who's going to be more having conversations, like Easy Spanish, like having conversations with just different people on the streets of Mexico about a whole bunch of different topics. And then another amazing thing about the variety of YouTubers that are teaching Spanish is that some are teaching completely in English and some are teaching completely in Spanish. So I like that duality there where, depending on what your level is, depending on what your interest is and your learning style, there's plenty of YouTubers that are going to be able to draw your interests. And then of course, an amazing thing about YouTube is that it's a free platform and there's just so much that it provides you. So now, apart from the Spanish YouTubers that are specifically teaching Spanish, right? Then look at YouTube videos that are specifically targeted to Spanish speakers. There's NFL en Español. They have their own specific channel that's targeted specifically for Spanish speakers. But let's say there's someone who's having like a food tour in Mexico. Their pool of people is probably like food enthusiasts, people who want to learn about culture and things like that, but specifically for Spanish speakers. So you have like the title in Spanish, you have the description in Spanish. If you look in the comment section, then like all the comments are in Spanish too. They're Spanish speakers. So like one way you can do this is just by searching in the search bar whatever you want to learn, but in Spanish. Cómo construir una casa? How do you construct a house? And then you're gonna have a whole bunch of Spanish videos specifically targeted to that, because it's kind of like Google. And then one amazing thing about YouTube is that it is very personalized, taking a lot of analytics like your search history, all the videos that you watched and things like that to suggest new videos. And especially if you start subscribing to new videos and if you start liking them and things like that and like hitting the notification bell, then you're also going to start getting more of those videos and start seeing those like on your homepage. So that's why I recommend that you subscribe to the Spanish Blueprints YouTube channel and that you hit the notification bell so you can be notified for upcoming videos. Now the fourth resource is Reddit. So within Reddit, there's a lot of different communities or groups. So one that you could follow is like Learn Spanish or Learning Spanish, or a language learning one. There's also a linguistic one as well. But you're able to like post basically kind of whatever you want. You can post questions, you can post kind of like how you're feeling. And one thing that I love about Reddit is that people on this platform, they're usually pretty passionate. So that's why I like going there. So if you do post a question like, what is the difference between por y para? And then you're gonna have like sometimes like paragraphs of responses from people, because people are there to share the knowledge that they have. People are there to share the experiences that they have. So I like that community aspect of Reddit where people are very willing to help you out. Now the fifth resource is called Discord. Kind of similar to Reddit in the sense that it is a more of a community-based platform. So this is where you can have a lot of different channels. One that I'm using right now, I think it's called like Learn Spanish something. But basically it has like, a few thousand different people who are all a part of this one channel within Discord. And there's a lot of different like of those tabs. So like for like help and advice, for questions, or just for conversations. So it's just another great avenue to connect with more people, learn more about different study strategies, and hear about different experiences from other Spanish learners. So Hello Talk is a foreign exchange learning app where you're able to have conversations with people from literally all over the world. So it's a really good app to kind of get out of your comfort zone, and depending on what your level is, being able to start having conversations in Spanish, being able to develop your Spanish speaking fluency, because now you're going to be able to start actually writing to a Spanish speaker and being able to listen to what they have to say as well. So you have your own profile, you have like a picture, you have a bio description, and you have like whatever posts and things like that if you want. And you're able to get connected with different Spanish speakers just by simply going to a list of Spanish speakers there, and then you can just click on them and you can start having a conversation with them, and it's like that easy. And then when you start to have a conversation with someone, I really like the feature where you're able to translate sentences within it. So if that person sends a message to you, you can click on that message and then it will show you what like the English translation is like if they were to send that in Spanish. And then another awesome feature is that you're able to send voice recordings. So this is how I was able to learn a ton of Spanish and increase my listening comprehension and my speaking fluency with this app, because I was in constant communication with Spanish speakers from different countries, listen to their accents and the different words from where they live. Now, italki is a platform that connects language learners to language teachers. And it is very personalized because every single teacher has their different goals. They have their different specialties. So you have some teachers who are more trying to have a conversation with you about certain topics. Then you have other ones that it can actually help you prepare for an exam, or you can have other ones where it's going to be more of like structured lessons. Like we're going to go through this grammar topic this week, and then the following weeks we're going to do this, and that. Now, each teacher has their own profile, so this is very helpful as well as far as personalization. So you can go to their profile and they have like their little bio description of what their specialties are, what their focus are, what their goals are. And they also have like an introductory video of themselves as well. Also, if you look in the description box of this video, you're going to see a referral link for $10. And you'll be able to get this once you pay for $20 worth of lessons on italki. Now, the 8th resource is Duolingo. I'm pretty sure many of you have heard about this platform already. So this is a platform that has over 35 different languages where you're able to learn it in bite-sized chunks. So they're very dedicated on you learning a new language in small lessons every single day. With Spanish, you would be able to go through a certain set of lessons on that specific topic. Now, the way that Duolingo actually teaches you Spanish through their app and through their platform, I think is very valuable because they provide a lot of different input methods. So when it comes to different input methods, if you're going through one lesson, you're not learning this lesson just by like reading a sentence. Sometimes you'll have like a picture and then you'll have to match the picture with that word. Or you're going to be hearing just like one sentence, you're going to hear it, and then you'll have to do a fill in the blank exercise. The other big part of Duolingo is the repetition aspect of the platforms. So let's say you get a question wrong one time or 2 times, you're going to see that same question appear again in the future. So that's just like spaced repetition. So you're not going to be answering like this same phrase over and over again if you already know it. So Duolingo has like a little bit of everything. So there's also podcasts as well that you can listen to on various topics. And then you can also, in specific lessons, see what other people are commenting on in a particular part of the lesson. Now, the 9th resource is Anki. So you can have a whole bunch of different decks that you can create for yourself. So you could have one that's for food, you could have one that's for cinema, sports, so on and so forth. And then you're gonna be able to study those. And what Anki does is use spaced repetition. So you'll be able to categorize that specific card based off on how difficult it was. Now, alongside making your own cards, Anki has their own pre-made cards. Now, the final resource that you can use to learn Spanish, and definitely not the least, is Spotify. Now, Spotify is a digital music streaming service that also provides podcasts. So this is where you're going to be able to immerse yourself within the Spanish culture. So this is where you're going to be able to listen to a lot of música latina in Espanol from a variety of Spanish artists and from different countries that have different accents and from different genres. Within Spotify, you'll be able to listen to various podcasts that might be targeted to Spanish speakers or to be targeted to Spanish learners. So just kind of like that same duality with YouTube. So you're definitely not gonna lack any listening comprehension when it comes to Spotify. Now you all have just a short list out of the many resources that you can use to start learning Spanish. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated for upcoming videos. And hasta la próxima.